Hey everyone. Well, it is the wee hours of the morning here at the United States Capitol, and it's Thursday morning, and we are about to take the final vote on this insane package that the Republicans have shoved through, not just in the dark of night through the Rules Committee, but literally we have been up all night taking votes on. And I don't even know how many days I've been awake at this point, but I just want to give you guys an update on what's been going down. As you know, this bill was called into the Rules Committee at 1 a.m. 2 nights ago. I don't even know at this point. And more than 100 Democratic members of Congress showed up, fought, spoke for the American people, introduced more than 500 amendments in good faith, and not a single one of the Democratic amendments was adopted by the Republicans who had the votes to stop us. But at the 11th hour last night, literally at the 11th hour, the Republicans brought what's called a manager's amendment, and basically it was to make changes to the base bill, which is over 1,000 pages. And while we were in the Rules Committee debating this bill for almost 20 hours, the Republicans were out here cutting side deals because they were arguing over all kinds of things about this bill. They went to the White House, the Freedom Caucus talked to the president, and this manager's amendment somehow made this disgusting bill even worse. In fact, this bill now, because of that manager's amendment, kicks even more people off of Medicaid. It moves the date for doing that up by 2 years. So that would take effect at the end of next year. It would decimate the Affordable Care Act. It would affect millions and millions of our seniors' health care, in part because of the ridiculous deficit spending in this bill, which is $3.7 trillion. It triggers a sequestration or a taking back of money from Medicaid. And, I want to remind everyone that Donald Trump promised he was not going to touch Medicaid, but because they couldn't restrain themselves in these tax breaks for billionaires, they now essentially are cutting Medicaid by $500 billion in this budget. They also included additional kickbacks for oil and gas, especially for natural gas permitting. They accelerated the timeline for rolling back clean energy and climate provisions. Oh, and they also decided in the 11th hour to stop taxing silencers on guns. I just cannot. And what is all of this in service of? We know what this is in service of. This is so Donald Trump and his friends can basically, not have to pay estate taxes on their $22 million mansions, and they get a bigger income tax break next year, and they can get a gigantic corporate tax break for their corporations. That is literally what all of this is in service of, and it's going to cost the American people trillions of dollars. And at the end of the day, this is the thing that really gets me. It's like, all those folks are going to be okay. Even in this economy, those folks are going to be okay. But the real people that this bill is going to hurt are the people like in my district that I represent. People on disability who are just struggling to get by, whose Medicaid is going to be impacted. It's the seniors and the veterans for whom that little bit of extra breathing room they get from SNAP assistance helps them buy groceries. It's going to be the single mom who's going back to school and whose Pell Grants are going to be hit as a result of this. Those are the people that are going to suffer in this country because of this bill. They are literally going to take food out of the mouths of children, and this bill will redistribute wealth from the poorest Americans to the richest Americans. It's a lot, but we have been fighting the good fight. There's still more time to go. We will vote on this bill here, and I want to be real about it. We don't have the votes to stop them here in the House, but let me tell you who has been watching. it's those guys in the Senate. And so this bill is going to go over there, and we just have to keep working, and we have to keep fighting back, and we're going to have to hold them accountable. And in the meantime, I want you guys to know that I'm here, and Democrats are holding it down here at the Capitol, fighting for the American people. So, happy Thursday, everyone. I'm going to go in and vote. See you all soon.